Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are here today to see if you can pass the U.S. Citizenship Interview 2008 version. Remember, during your citizenship interview, you will take a naturalization test which is made up of two components, an English and civics test. And in this video, we will ask you 10 civics questions from the list of 100 civics questions, 3 English reading sentences, 3 English writing sentences, and 10 vocabularies from the N-400 application form. For the civics test, the USCIS officer will ask you up to 10 randomly chosen questions from the list of 100 civics test questions. You must answer 6 questions correctly to pass the 2008 version of the civics test. And for the reading test, the officer will ask you to read up to 3 sentences on tablet. You must read aloud one of 3 sentences correctly to demonstrate an ability to read in English. And for the writing test, the officer will read up to 3 sentences aloud and ask you to write it on the tablet. You must write 1 sentence correctly to pass. Usually, the sentence you write is the answer to the question you are asked to read during the reading portion. The reading and writing sentences are based on the official USCIS vocabulary. And check the link in the description for that vocabulary list. Are you ready for this challenge? So let's start with the civics test portion. First, I will only ask you the questions without providing you the answers. Then, I will repeat the questions and provide the correct answers. And feel free to pause the video to write down the answers as you go. First question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? What happened at the Constitutional Convention? What happened at the Constitutional Convention? There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Who is in charge of the executive branch? Who is in charge of the executive branch? What is the rule of law? What is the rule of law? If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? What does the president's cabinet do? What does the president's cabinet do? What is the name of the national anthem? What is the name of the national anthem? Last question. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Now, let's check how many correct answers that you got. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older. Who is in charge of the executive branch? The President. What is the rule of law? No one is above the law. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president. What does the president's cabinet do? Advises the president. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Fought for civil rights. Did you get at least 6 of the questions correct? If so, congratulations! You can pass the civics test portion of the citizenship interview. Now, let's move to the English reading and writing test. I'm going to show you a sentence on the screen, and I would like you to read it back to me. Reading sentences are interrogatives. An interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question. First sentence. Please read this sentence. Now, listen carefully to this sentence that I'll say and write it down on paper, please. The United States of America has 50 states. The United States of America has 50 states. Second sentence. Please read this sentence. Please write this sentence. Columbus Day is in October. Columbus Day is in October. Third sentence. Please read this sentence. Please write down this sentence. Delaware was one of the first states in the United States. Now let's check answers. I will read the sentences and please listen carefully. How many states does the United States have? How many states does the United States have? Let's check what you did right. The United States of America has 50 states. Which month do we celebrate Columbus Day? Which month do we celebrate Columbus Day? Let's check what you did right. Columbus Day is in October. What was one of the first states in the United States? What was one of the first states in the United States? Let's check what you did right. Delaware was one of the first states in the United States. Did you read and write at least one sentence correctly? If so, congratulations! You can pass the English reading and writing test of the U.S. Citizenship interview. Now, I'm going to ask you to give the definitions of 10 vocabularies from the N-400 application. What does claim mean? What does claim mean? What does vote mean? What does vote mean? Do you know what non-U.S. resident means? Do you know what non-U.S. resident means? Do you know what the oath of allegiance to the United States means? Do you know what the oath of allegiance to the United States means? Do you know what bear arms means? Do you know what bear arms means? Do you know what terrorist means? Do you know what terrorist means? Do you know what habitual drunkard means? Do you know what habitual drunkard means? Do you know what jail or prison mean? Do you know what jail or prison mean? What does cited mean? What does cited mean? Do you know what threaten means? Do you know what threaten means? Now let's check answers. Claim. To state something without proof. Vote. To formally choose a candidate. Non-U.S. resident. A person who does not live in the U.S. Oath of allegiance to the United States. A promise to be loyal to the United States. Bear arms. To own or use a gun. Terrorist. A person who uses violence for political or religious purposes. Habitual drunkard. Someone who drinks too much alcohol regularly. Habitual drunkard. Someone who drinks too much alcohol regularly. Jail or prison. A place where the police keep people who have been arrested. Jail or prison. A place where the police keep people who have been arrested. Cited. Given a ticket by the police. Cited. Given a ticket by the police. Threaten. To warn, to hurt someone. Threaten. To warn, to hurt someone. Comment or like below if you passed the U.S. citizenship interview in this video.